This is about how to make a lion card, which is very good for birthdays. So this is a birthday lion card. It's based on curved shapes, which is tutorial 13. I've got some pre-cut pieces here with all the dimensions on them to make one exactly like this. You can actually do it by eye, in which case you might get slightly different shapes. You might want to play around with it, but if you want one just like this is the top jaw and this is the bottom jaw. And so the dimensions are the length along here, this is 8, so this is 8 centimetres, this length here 8 centimetres. And then you come up here, this is 6 centimetres, and then this is another 6 centimetres. You need 3 tabs, one goes here and one goes here, which will stick it to the page. And then this one is the one that pulls the whole thing into shape to make it into a curved shape. The angles here between the page and this central crease, that is 65 degrees. The angle here, where you go around the curve, the fold goes around the curve of the nose, that's 130 degrees. So one way of making it is you just fold it in half like this, and then you can measure this 130, and then you just cut out one side and leave a tab on the other side. It's all explained in tutorial 13, curved shapes. This is the bottom jaw, so this will actually stick on like this. And in this case, the length along the bottom jaw here, where it sticks to the page, that's 9 centimetres. And this bit where it comes up here, that's 6 centimetres. This is actually an acute angle V-fold, that's tutorial 2. Here's the base, so coming down from the top, where you're going to stick the top jaw, that's 5 centimetres here. Coming up from the bottom, where you're going to stick this one down, that's 1.5 centimetres. And then all the angles, where you stick it down and the central spine, they're all 35 degrees. So I'll just stick this onto here so you can just see how it's going to look. Because I've measured it, you can actually stick all the tabs at the same time. I'll stick them down sticking out. Normally, we stick down one side, fold it closed, put glue on the other side and fold the whole base closed so they find their natural place. But in this case, because it's all measured, we can stick both sides down at the same time. That's the first one, and just to make sure it's sound, we will close it down in case my measuring's been a bit dodgy. And yeah, there it is. So that's the bottom jaw. The top jaw, glue it closed first so you get the rounded shape. So we just put glue on that tab. Smear the glue right up to the crease, that's the important thing. Fold it shut. When it's glued, this piece should just be able to be completely flat. So then again, we can stick that to these lines. We can put glue on both tabs at the same time. I'll just turn it round so I can actually see the lines from the inside. So we put glue on these two. Again, right up to the crease, that's the important thing. And then this is going to stick down. So I've stuck that down to the lines. I'll just close it down just to make sure it all goes flat. So this is your basic head shape using the curved shapes. I've left the measurements on the outside in this case, but normally you do it in pencil and then rub it out or stick them down on the inside. And then how you decorate it is up to you. So if you look at this, the lion's mane, these are all just flat pieces that have been cut out to stick around it, but you might choose actually to have ears here or some sort of ruff or some sort of fancy collar or something like that. The eyes are just pieces that have been stuck on. The teeth, these are just pieces stuck on underneath the edges, and the tongue and the nose. They're all just other pieces stuck on. The ear, these little ear pieces, again, they're just pieces stuck on. Straightforward, there's nothing to explain. It's just your design, up to you to adapt this in the way that you want it to. The two jaws, because they're V-folds pointing in the opposite direction, V-folds close down in the direction they're pointing. So here we've got one pointing up the page and one pointing down the page. So as it closes, they move in opposite directions, which means as it opens, the jaws chomp. And so here we can look at the lion. You can see the top and bottom jaw of the lion chomping as you open and close it. So this is the lion birthday card. It can be adapted into all sorts of other creatures.